For the tornado victims that were affected by the tornadoes this past week in Missouri, Arnold, Missouri got hit pretty hard. They had 3 confirmed tornadoes. Um, and then we have Rolla, which got hit extremely hard, as well as um, Villa Ridge and several other areas up north from me. And the south also got hit hard. Poplar Bluff, from what I'm understanding, got hit pretty bad. That supercell that came through, it wasn't good for Missouri. I didn't want my first live to be back being a charity event, but sadly we had to make it one. But we're going to continue working. So where we live, everybody was safe. We didn't get impacted. However, the worst that we got was we've lost some shingles and some guttering. But up the road from me, probably about 20 minutes up the road, they had 3 confirmed tornadoes that tore through the town. And I've done what I did was I knew they were going to be posted here on TikTok. I mean, they always are. So what I did was I put in some reposts showing why we're raising money. The big reason why we're raising money is Rolla. Rolla's gone. It's pretty much been wiped off the map. You all probably remember the 2011 tornado that impacted Joplin. That was a really big one. They weren't getting any funding. It was all over the news nationwide. When that was impacted, Joplin is probably a little bit better off than what Rolla is at this point, just because Joplin's a bigger city. Rolla's smaller and lost more funding. But we are going to do Taskmaster today. And before I begin him, let me go grab the next one, just in case we make this go longer than what we plan, like we did last night. Okay. I think we're going to do Spidey next, after we do Taskmaster. So I don't know if you guys can see, we've organized everything so pretty much. So like those top 2 drawers now are our resin creation area, I guess you could say, like all of our alcohol inks, mica powders, anything that we need for that. Second 2 drawers are miniatures, both painted and unpainted. And then pretty much the rest are just what I'm trying to sell. But yeah, we're raising money right now. That's the big goal, is we're trying to raise some money for Rolla, Missouri. Because, like I said, they got impacted the worst out of any of the towns so far. Actually, before I paint this, let me do one thing. We're going to do an old technique we haven't done in a while. I know Dragon knows exactly what I'm talking about. I don't know if you saw this yet, Dragon. This was the Skull of Creativity that we had created. This was our first test. And then we have, I can't find the rest of these. I think these were just the ones that were actually like good from the poll. Because I can't find unless they're in a bag over there. I just didn't see them. But yeah, I can't find the rest of that set. I got 4 out of the 7. Where is my, not red tone, not flesh, strong. Michaela Dillon, thank you for joining us. What we're doing right now, everyone, is every donation goes directly to raising money for the tornadoes that impacted Rolla, Missouri, impacted Arnold, Missouri, Villa Ridge, Missouri. And if we have raised enough money to split between those 3 and more, we're going to send it down to the other areas. Lone Star, more than likely, mine was my cat. He comes in here and he knocks everything over. I know we were doing the painting or the inking of them, but it's been so long. I mean, they could literally be anywhere right now, and I could just not be realizing that I'm looking at them. I might have even thrown them away by accident. But yeah, that's pretty much what we're doing right now. We're just trying to raise some money for this event. So we're going to start off by doing some painting work. We're going to do Taskmaster from Marvel United today. We're going to start off by darkening that face a little, because his face is supposed to be a skull. And I have a way I want to actually get that to be more skull-ish. It just takes a little bit of time. Whew. Mia, thank you for joining us. But yeah, I mean, watching everything that happened with these tornadoes, because we got lucky. I'm not going to deny that we didn't get lucky, because we did. We had one form right next to us, just right at the outskirts of our town, and it went over us. So we got lucky there. And I don't wish this on anybody. Like that's the big thing. Like, I grew up in DeSoto, Missouri, and for those that don't know what DeSoto is, DeSoto got hit back in that was 03 with a tornado that did more damage than what the one in Arnold did. But it was still enough damage to, before we even moved there, it impacted our move. And I just remember, as even just a little kid, that made me feel bad that I can't move because of this single predicament. So our goal with this live is to raise as much money as possible. That's our goal. We're trying to raise as much money as possible through gifts, through the commissions, through everything, so that we can make sure that these people that lost family members, lost their homes, everything like that, can get back to some form of normalcy. Fantasy Manny, thank you for joining us. We're just raising money for charity right now. Every donation or every gift that we get goes directly to funding the relief fund for the tornadoes that impacted Missouri. Gonna do. And every little bit does help. That's the big thing. It doesn't even have to just be a tiny or even anything like that. Whatever that you guys can contribute would help out a lot. David Goodwin, thank you for joining us. Portia, thank you for joining us. We are raising money for the victims of the tornadoes in Missouri that impacted a lot of people within my community last Friday night. So essentially what we're doing is every gift is automatically being donated to the relief fund. Every commission and every dice order or any dice adjacent order such as the big one dice box or the cauldron dice box, those all go towards it, and that would be 50% of your order would go to the cause as well. For those wondering why we're doing this, I live right down the road from one of the towns that was impacted. I mean, we have a tree literally through the concrete wall of their school. And thankfully, they're currently on spring break, but still, it's the fact that if they can't get to it and fix it, because they still have several roads shut down since Friday. If they can't get there and fix that, those kids are going to have to find an alternative to learn. And more than likely, it's going to be online learning, which we learned at that school district does not work. Let me sit up a little bit. I gotta look for my black. There it is. So what we're doing is pretty much whatever you can donate, we appreciate it. Anything that you order off our website, which is in our link in our bio, like I said, 50% off anything from there. That's going to be going on from now till March or till April 1st on our website. And for those just joining and confused what we're talking about, we are discussing the tornadoes that impacted Missouri this past Friday night. Hope everybody is having a good day, though. As good as you can. So his face is done. We can move on to the next part. Which is going to be the cloak and anything white on his body. I'm just going to give a quick shade wash for those to darken it up. Clark's Creations Code, thank you for joining us. We are raising money for the tornado victims that were impacted in Missouri this past weekend. Every gift automatically gets donated, regardless what it is. And every commission order, regardless of what it is, 50% of that commission is going to be donated as well. And you might be wondering, well, if my family wasn't fully impacted by it, why am I doing this? Well, just because my immediate family wasn't impacted as bad does not mean that I didn't have family that was impacted. I had an aunt who lives in the same town, one of the same towns, I should say, because there was multiple towns that got hit Friday night. They live in the town that was hit, one of the towns that was hit. You have a good one, Dragon. We will go live again later tonight, I guess. Make sure that more people can join. With that being said and done, we're just going to end the live here.